Hello everyone, it's Exoman, and I think this is the first time that I've gone live on here on this Exoman channel. On the Exoman channel. I did not mean to say the Sexoman channel. This Exoman
See,
channel.
they told you.
And the reason I'm going live is because I've been sneezing all morning and I thought, wow, it's a really good time to... Hi, Michael McDonald. Thanks for joining me. Are you the only guy here? If so, that's cool. Happy to have you.
Of the
There's-
Doobie Brothers?
Yep. There's Furman.
Nice.
Oh, I need my glasses. Furman, hi, welcome. Okay, let me get this open. Hey guys, thank you for joining me. Hello, you two, South Florida. What's up? Hello, nice people. Oh, somebody in Denmark joining me.
Ooh.
So what I'm going to do is try to go to this so I can. There we go.
There it is.
There we go. And Farm Girl is kind of here, but she's not. What's up? Bussa Boys. Hi, Steve Stone. Hi, Brian Searles.
Do you want me to unplug this?
No, let's turn. Yeah.
Can they hear you?
Okay. All right. Can you guys hear me okay? Hi, Ray. Hi, James. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Fang. Got it. Hi, Doug. Hey, everybody. The reason that I'm going live, and as I said, I don't think I've ever gone live on the Exoman channel, was simply to let you all know that we're going live at
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, kind of a promise. And we're going to do that on the Banshee Moon channel. Thank you guys for confirming that you can hear me. I might answer some questions. I could talk a little bit about what's going on, but you all know what's going on. Since the demonetizing of the Banshee Moon channel, we haven't been very prolific. We've wanted to very much be prolific, but we have not. Hi, Dan from Alberta, Canada. Hi, Rich. Old school. Yeah, we're okay. We're great, man. Well, thank you for asking. Good morning, FTH Wheeler. Hi, guys. It's Exoman. Just joining you for a little bit just to let you know. Again, this is, what's the title of this? Exoman Live to Announce Live. I'm just here to let you know that we're going live at 3 o'clock on the Banshee Moon channel. And the lady who's not visible here will join me then. Why aren't you here?
Because I have not prepared.
She is not prepared.
And
Hi, in upstate New York. Hi, Carrie Chris. Oh, Carrie Chris. Yeah, great guy. Always supportive. Thank you for always being so supportive, Carrie. Hi, Roy. Good morning, JD Fox. Nice to see you.
Hi, Danny.
Hi, Bobby. So, what do I have to talk about? Nothing. Nothing much, except to announce our live. And as I said, yes, you may know that we have been demonetized and we have not been prolific. We had paid for a trip to Chicago. Prior to this, we spent a lot of money, surprisingly. Some might not believe it, doing YouTube stuff. You know, it involves a lot of travel and we got to buy gear and stuff like that. And so anyway, we planned this trip to Chicago. We were going to do a great.
It's a full-time job for you.
It is a full-time job, and I've had a lot of criticism.
Yeah, everybody
from the
says
negative.
you don't have a job. That is a
you
job.
don't have a job. Get a real job.
Huge,
Well, I have,
huge job.
I have plenty of jobs. I own small businesses. I work from time to time as an actor in film and television. We do this YouTube thing. I have plenty of jobs. Thank you very much. Love your channel. Thank you, Sky Haley. I appreciate that. Okay. Thank you. Oh, lots of love here. All right. Hey, Franklin from Alabama. Aren't you retired? No, not retired. Why would I retire? That would be awful. That's when you die, really, unless you've got some serious hobbies. Hi, Bobby Fowler.
Super Jason.
So anyway, so we're currently not being paid on the Banshee Moon channel by YouTube. And a lot of people misunderstand that. So I'll go over that briefly. What happens when you are a partner, a creative partner with YouTube, such as us? Hey, Jen, I can't even, that's fine, I can't see my face. What happens when you are a creative partner? Hi, Ralph. Nice to see you. Hi, Bill. When you are a creative partner with YouTube, you basically, hey, you're making my camera jump around.
Sorry.
You basically apply with YouTube for a partnership, which means YouTube will then find advertisers to advertise on your videos. And you get a chunk of that, and YouTube gets a big chunk of that. And then you derive income. And if you get, hundreds of thousands of views, you'll make a little money. Hi, Wood Carver. So if you have to get a lot of traffic to make a significant amount of money. Oh, Farm Girl's putting a light on me. Good gracious. And so our advertisers were all in, YouTube was all in, everything was going swimmingly, and I was finding that a lot of my videos needed to be manually reviewed. Now we're talking about videos like, wow, that's bright. Like us, you can aim that up at this ceiling. Like us talking about charities and us interviewing hospice nurses and us interviewing spiritual gurus. They had to be manually reviewed because they were yellow lighted. They were in violation of policy. Well, they weren't. They aren't. We just had this ongoing battle just to get everything monetized. We got to 600,000 subscribers. We're at $5.99 and change right now on the Banshee Moon channel, and they pulled the plug. They said, well, we don't like your channel. We think you're a sex channel. So that's the story. Huh? Basically, they said it's sexually.
We just woke up one morning.
We woke up one morning, and it's just like
a little note at the top. Your channel is not.
So your boss calls you and says, "Hey, you're not
months.
getting paid anymore, but get your ass to work." So we're basically relying on
Our awesome
our
patrons.
awesome fans and patrons on Patreon.com. They're keeping us afloat.
Yeah.
And that's the story of that. So let me delve into this monetization thing a little bit. People keep saying, "Hi, Cindy."
Don't get sidetracked.
People keep saying, "Well, I see girls totally naked on YouTube." Oh, somebody just left a really long comment. Man, I can't read that quickly.
They're shooting themselves in the foot.
From Dansville.
This current censorship campaign.
Some people say, "Oh, they show nudity, they show breastfeeding, they show this, they show that." Well, first of all, we're not trying to do that anyway, and those are not monetized videos. And they say, "Well, Miley Cyrus, twerks and does disgusting things, and she gets monetized." Miley Cyrus is not getting ads from YouTube. People like that who are that big get their own sponsors. They get their own advertisers who want to advertise specifically with Miley Cyrus and the likes. We rely on advertisers that YouTube brings in because we're not professional ad execs. We don't do all that. Thank you, sir. In Dansville, I can't read your name. Hi, Dee. So anyway, that's how that works.
Carl. Carl.
Yeah, you can do pretty much whatever you want on YouTube, except the really, really illegal stuff. And it's fine. It's monetization where there's a problem. If you're like us and you're monetized, you almost have to kowtow to YouTube and we do. We obey their guidelines and regulations and policy, whatever, what have you. But they just sometimes they can't handle it. If this 53-year-old woman is in a bikini, they go ballistic. They're like, this must be sex or something. It's not sex. It's what my wife has spent the better part of her life in the gym, okay, a good portion of her life, taking care of her body. And so naturally, we're going to feature that. Just like if you were a muscle man, I mean, you're going to be having people make video of you at Muscle Beach or Venice Beach in California doing the thing that you do. It doesn't mean you're bad because you're shirtless. It just means that's what your priority is, taking care of your body, and your body will be seen. So that's what's happening here. And somebody decided, made the determination that we're trying, you get what I'm saying, and we're not. Our videos are self-help videos, how-to videos, we do comedies, we do charity fundraisers, we just do the gamut, man. We do all that we can. And anyway, so what is this video about? As I said, as it says in the title, I'm here to announce that we're going to do a live together at 3 o'clock over on the Banshee Moon channel. All right, let's see what some of these people are saying. Naked Traveler gets away with all this stuff. I don't know what
No,
naked...
there's one called Naked Attraction. Too.
Okay, so naked, you can
But
be
they-
naked on
yeah.
YouTube. Let's get this straight. This is interesting. So know this stuff. You can do what you want. As long as you're not breaking any laws, you can do what you want on YouTube. You just can't get YouTube advertisers. So I'm not upset. I'm just saying, you know, people keep saying that. Well, so-and-so does this and so-and-so does that, and they get away with this. Well, they're not getting YouTube ad money. So all YouTube has done, they haven't shut our channel down. They've just said, your whole channel is in violation because it's sexually gratifying. I don't think I'm being sexually gratifying right now. I don't think my wife is being sexually gratifying when we're out on her boat and she happens to be in a bikini and dives in to swim with the dolphins. There's nothing sexual about it. You can say that all you want, but if we're not having sex and I'm not taking the camera and aiming it at specific parts of her body and I'm not doing that. You might see those things and imagine that I'm doing that, but I'm not. That's your focus, whatever you're focused on. Will you be live at 3 o'clock
Yes,
Eastern
3 o'clock
Standard Time?
Eastern
Yes,
Standard.
Carrie Chris, thank you for clarifying that.
And Furman.
Huh?
Furman too, he asked.
Oh, so
Eastern.
we got to be sure that we hit that right, because really, when you do a live, it goes with Pacific
Oh,
time.
really?
So we have to do 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is what we're going to shoot for.
Yep.
But just watch for that. I'll be watching at 3. Okay, just watch, just see if anything changes. But I'll go over and set this up on the Banshee Moon channel and start the clock, and hopefully I'll get it set for 3 o'clock. Okay. There's somebody some messages held for review. I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, that's J.D. Fox was held for review. You know, I saw videos of people being naked and bullshit. Yeah, again, people can do whatever they want on YouTube. We are we're a channel that makes money off of advertising, so we can't. We have to obey. We have to adhere to the policies, guidelines, all that stuff, and that's what we do. And as I've said, you know, our videos get demonetized all the time. As soon as I try to put one out, it'll get the yellow symbol that says you cannot monetize this video.
Then we have to make them.
And then I
review it.
have to make them review it. I say yes I can. It's perfectly innocuous. There's nothing going on here that doesn't adhere to the guidelines. And so they say, oh, okay, you're right, and they monetize it. So that's the gist of it.
That's the fat jack.
Anyway, let me also say that we are going to appear, do you know the dates?
The 27th and 28th.
The 27th and the 28th of September, we're going to be in Fayetteville, Arkansas at the Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue Show.
Wait, it might be the 28th and 29th.
Oh, boy.
Oh, crap.
You will look it up. Look up Bikes, Blues, and Barbecues. We don't know exactly what part of the venue we're going to be in. It's a very large venue. It attracts hundreds of thousands of people.
I think it's the 27th.
And we're going to be there to try to raise, we're going to raise money for Service Dogs of Distinction, which is a lovely, lovely charity because they take dogs that nobody wants and they train them. They spend $20,000 to train one animal.
And then they give
And
it
then they
to
give it
injured
to
vet.
a vet, a disabled vet, or
Yeah,
a vet
disabled
who
vet.
needs this service animal. How can it get any better than that with that kind of charity?
We love puppies.
And this one is the biggest. I love animals, always have, and we've always adopted. We don't like, we would love to have, I would love to have a Boston Terrier. Wouldn't that be great? But I can't do it because those are puppy mills, and behind every Boston Terrier that you adopt is a cage with a female, with a mama sitting in it, pumping out babies for us to buy. We don't go that route. We go to pounds and get dogs that are going to be killed. And we give them our love and we give them a home. And so that's what this outfit is doing. So look for us there. If you're going to be there, we'll be happy to meet you. She's going to be taking pictures with fans and hopefully raising at least enough money to train one animal. So, all right. So this has been a live feed.
And we have our Facebook
Yes.
fundraiser to.
Do you
train
know
a
that
dog.
I put up a Facebook fundraiser? I didn't even know you could do this. Now listen to this. This is really cool. Say what you may about this platform and that platform, but Facebook has enabled a fundraising tool where you can go on there like I did and say, I want to raise money for this 501c organization. You punch in the name. In this case, it was Service Dogs of Distinction, SDOD, and it showed up. And it because it's a charter, it's recognized. It was recognizable instantly when I put it in. So I said I want to set up a fundraiser for this charity, and Facebook will then allow you to raise funds right there, and every dollar, this is what they said when I set up this fund, it gets pushed right through to the charity. We don't get any of it. Facebook doesn't get any of it. The charity gets all of it. And we've raised over $500 with you guys. Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you so much. You know what?
People.
That pays
Our airplane.
for for airfare, and maybe hotel. You know, we need to try to keep raising money, but it is at facebook.com/BansheeMoonGirl, I think is where that fundraiser is. Yeah, facebook.com/BansheeMoonGirl. And if you want to give a buck or two, that would be
love it.
great. Let's
Yeah.
see what it says. I'm going to refresh it, but it says $529 has been raised for this charity. And I'm sorry, people. You know, sometimes we have to do this to help the people and animals that we love so much. And for some of you, I know it might be tiresome, but it's not going to hurt you. You don't have to give, and you've heard us out, and some of you have, and it's been very generous. So wouldn't it be wonderful if we could raise $20,000 before we even go to this event? Anyway,
Yeah,
I'll let that go
that would train one dog.
and see. Let me go back over here and see if I can answer any questions. Where is that? Okay. YouTube is going to replace genuine content creators with a bunch of 6-second video compilations just cut and pasted and passed off as creation. Well, a lot of people say that they're favoring the large entertainment companies, the large broadcasters, the big. They're looking to the big money, and they're squashing.
Yeah, so now it's going to be like regular TV.
It's going to be like regular TV, and hopefully there will be a platform out there that brings you actual creators. Yeah. Thank you, Carrie Chris, for holding your tongue. Yeah, we don't want to. We're not trying to piss off YouTube. It's been a good platform. It really has, and I'm not kissing up as some might say. I'm saying YouTube has afforded us a lot, and they've given us a great platform to share our lives with you and make money. Have some income from it. All right, so YouTube is going to. Yep. I never met my dad, but you sure do look like him, Musty Taylor. Okay. No comment, Musty. You're not from New Orleans, are you? Or Los Angeles, or Georgia. Okay. Mountain View Turning, great info. Thank you. Thank you all. We really appreciate it. We get a lot of people who feel our pain, and let me say again, we're staying very positive. There's always a silver lining,
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned.
we're being
And,
rerouted.
I mean, it's so bright behind me. Don't look. Don't look. Don't look.
What is it? Your underwear?
Because I'm in my panties. Well, see, that's okay. YouTube won't demonetize me because I don't look as good as my wife.
Should I close those windows?
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, don't look at me.
sorry for what YouTube has done. Yep.
There.
But they're pissing on the regular people like you. Yeah. Banshee Moon, I've loved you guys for years. Exoman, thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyway, that's all this was. It was a live feed to promote our live feed at 3 o'clock on the Banshee Moon channel. So let me tell you about Chicago. We did a video. You know, as I said earlier, we had, oh, excuse me, live, we're live. We had paid for a trip to Chicago because it was a bucket list item for me. I've never been there, and all I've heard are bad things about Chicago. Well, that's not all I've heard, because my family has been there, and my kids go there on business, and I tell them, oh, for God's sake, be careful. Your papa's so worried about you. Your mama's so worried. Be careful in Chicago. They kill 400 people a year down there, up there. Well, I knew that that's not the whole story. The whole story, it turns out, is that Chicago has its bad areas, and that is pretty much where the mayhem occurs. So Chicago is a beautiful city. It is an amazing city. Let's not be political, and let's talk about this amazing city. Amazing things have happened there. It has an amazing history. It has a beautiful, beautiful downtown area. It sits on Lake Michigan. Farm girl went swimming in downtown Chicago at a beach in her bikini. Mm-hmm. You know, it's so different. So I wanted to get the picture for myself. So we went around, we filmed. We didn't feel unsafe at all. Mm-mm. We didn't get on the red line. Everybody was saying, oh, be careful of that red line. We took the blue line back and forth from Wicker Park, where we stayed.
We got on the red line one time.
Yeah, but
and the brown.
You know, it's just common sense. And I grew up part of my life in New Orleans and lived as a young man there. And I had friends that were beaten and mugged and stabbed, and I knew people that got shot and killed, and it happens all the time in New Orleans. Problem with New Orleans is everything is mixed together. Right? It's like a checkerboard, as you say. You can go 2 blocks the wrong direction and be in a desired projects and get killed like that. Chicago is not like that. It's better because you can stay in a safe area and have quite a buffer. But anyway, we did. Chicago. Jeffrey says that Chicago is an amazing area, and he's lived there all his life. I have a hard time reading without my glasses.
That's where I was born.
Hello, Balmo in Italy. I'm sorry that I butchered your name.
Yeah, it is very clean.
So Chicago, it turns out, can be very safe. It can be very dangerous. Where are the areas where most of the crime occurs? Is that South Side?
I think it's the North Side.
It
used to be the South Side. Now I think it's the North Side.
What's that song about? Leroy Brown.
Oh yeah.
You better best beware. Anyway, you walk around downtown Chicago. You're walking down these clean, gorgeous promenades along this beautiful river. Is it the Ohio? It's the Chicago River.
River.
The Chicago River. Skyscrapers jutting up, beautiful old bridges going over the river, yachts and pleasure boats going up and down, and gorgeous pubs, Irish pubs and restaurants everywhere. Just beautiful, wonderful place. Great food everywhere. We had a great time. But
and they want to know if you had deep dish pizza.
We did. We had
Pequans?
We went to a place.
Pequans?
Would you grab my shirt right there?
Pequods.
We went to a place called Pequods. Love that hat on you. Thank you. This hat has been soaked in motor oil. That's another story that I've told before and I'll tell again. Pequods, this is where we went for pizza. Looked at, and we said, what's that on that whale's head? And the girl said, it's a thong. Chicago, Morton Grove. So there's where we went to get pizza. We walked for 30 minutes.
More
'cause
than
we
30
needed
minutes.
we needed a good
We
walk.
walked for like 40, 45, 50
And
minutes.
we had great pizza there at Pequod's. And we didn't get the thin crust in Chicago, but we ate Chicago dogs. We went to Perillo's.
Something like that.
Perillo's dogs.
Pagellos?
Amazing, an
Pagellos?
amazing business. But we experienced all that. We filmed all of it. And we've shared it on Patreon at our lowest level. So all our patrons can see that. You remember the hat soaked in oil, Furman? Yeah, yeah. That was because Farm Girl spilled some motor oil on
No.
it while she was, all right, maybe I did, while she was doing a oil change on my truck. And we made a video about that, which was promptly demonetized and then got reviewed and then it got monetized. I always enjoy watching you guys. Thank you, Michael Nelson. So, anyway, we had a great time in Chicago. We're going to have a great time in Fayetteville, Arkansas, at our fundraiser for Service Dogs of Distinction. And YouTube is not going to let us monetize any of this apparently because it's the devil. Apparently, we are the devil. And sing like that hat didn't get hurt. What? What you mean, Ralph? I'm from New York City, their pizza is and all that. I don't know how people can say stuff like that. No offense to you, sir, but it's some of the best pizza in the damn world.
New York's
But you're
got some
proud
pretty
of New
good
York,
pizza.
because New York has really good pizza too, and I'll give you that, but how can you say their pizza isn't all that? It's amazing.
Yeah, it was pretty darn good.
But you be proud of New York pizza, but you don't have to diss Chicago pizzas because it's so good. Okay, well, whatever. I remember that hat. Yep. Put Farm Girl on. See? They're asking for Farm Girl.
Oh
South
God,
Side.
you don't want to see me now.
Yeah, you're right, Jeffrey. I've always heard it's the South Side. So, I think there were 400 murders last year there.
Jeez.
But that's bad guys, mostly bad guys shooting each other and victimizing their neighbors. But that's like in the really poor areas, unfortunately. Well, it sucks wherever it is. But they're not running around downtown Chicago like Babyface Nelson with the submachine gun and shooting people. It's just not happening. You can get hurt down there if you're going to, so you don't go to, you play it smart. You go to Chicago, the sun starts to go down, you're careful. If you go somewhere, I wouldn't recommend getting on the subway at 1, 2 in the morning. I'd recommend taking an Uber directly from wherever you are, whatever establishment, to your hotel. And even then, if you're moving around late at night, yeah, it probably could get a little dangerous. But as a whole, the place was beautiful. Just a wonderful experience. And we're happy to share it with you. We're sorry we couldn't just put it up on YouTube like we've been doing, but YouTube is punishing us. So we have moved our content. We're still there. We're going to try to get remonetized. But currently we're putting stuff on. James says
limbo.
every town. Yeah, every town and city has its bad places. So true. Thanks, Roy. Yeah, so they kill people here where we live near Wilmington, North Carolina. It's just a per capita thing. You get a lot of people in a lot of area in Chicago. Man, if you go to what I was impressed with is how much city there is. The whole horizon, and you're standing 5 miles away from it. It sprawls for. Doesn't it seem like 10 miles of buildings? Big
Yeah,
buildings?
it's so huge.
I had no idea that it was that huge.
I mean, it looks like it's bigger than New York City.
Best chicken parm I've ever had in my life was in Little Italy on Mulberry Street. Wouldn't I have liked to have
Oh,
had
should
that?
have gone there.
And we went
Dang it, we got to go back.
We went to a place, I was in search of a dive bar. I'm a big dive bar fan, and I have been since the 70s. Not like all you newbies who've just figured out that dive bars rock. So we went to
Wow.
Richard's Dive Bar. I'm just teasing. Uh, yeah. Ralph said, hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Ralph.
Sweet. Haha. So we went to Richard's Dive Bar, and you can still smoke in this dive bar. People smoke. Cigarettes are $15 a pack. Had a great time at Richard's. Had a couple of beers and did a shot. Found a writer there who was selling his book about dive bars.
Oh, yeah.
And I bought one from him, and I wish I had that handy. But then,
I'll find it.
then I go on to the internet with my phone and I say, find good food around me. What did Roy say? Hi, Roy. Do you guys have a real farm girl what? A real farm? We do. We have a mini farm not far from here. And my son is paying the mortgage on that right now. He's staying there and we make him pay rent because my kids, all their lives, I've made them step up. And now they're grown-ups and I'm insisting that they be grown-ups, but I don't need to insist because they are. So anyway, what was I saying? That's pretty much it.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Pay attention so that you know what I'm saying so that I don't lose my train of thought. Otherwise, what good are you? So, thank you, Joe Massini. Oh, you were talking about dive bars. Okay, yes. HDJKSA52. That's a username. Thank you. So Pinky Masters was a bar I used to go to when I was 17 years old. And I worked in Savannah, Georgia. I worked at a movie theater called the Savannah Theater. It was, I think, the oldest theater in the country. And I would tear tickets. And funny story is they were not profitable, so they went from, Gone with the Wind to Debbie Does Dallas, and they started doing porno. That was a weird experience as a kid. I went from tearing tickets of high school students to tearing tickets of lonely old guys that were coming in to watch Who Goes to Hollywood? Candy Goes to Hollywood?
I don't know.
Yeah, so anyway, then I would get off. No, my shift would end, and I would go to Pinky Masters, which was a great dive bar, and it still is, and I take my kids there now. So anyway, we're at Richard's Bar, and we've got a lot of video of that in the Chicago video, and I'm asking the guy, I said, what are those buttons? Those old brass plates near the register. I said, what are those old buttons? They're like doorbell buttons. And he says, that was from the Prohibition era. I can't speak.
I know what you're saying.
When they had little hiding rooms, like a basement where people would drink, and if the police came in, they would press the button to let everybody know, hey, cool it, put the booze away. So anyway, so we're there, and I go on the internet, and I say, where's a good place to eat nearby? It was right next door, right behind the dive bar. We went around the corner and got some of the best food. La Scarola.
Oh,
Had a
man, it was good.
brilliant bottle of red wine there. It was Markham Cabernet.
You need to stop talking because we're going to do a live later.
Oh, you're so rude. Okay. All right, everybody.
We
Thank
don't
you.
want everybody to get bored hearing the same thing.
Yeah, you guys are so wonderful. Thank you for being here to let me do this live feed to announce our upcoming live feed at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the Banshee Moon Channel. You know your way there, no doubt. Hoping one day Jen comes out with the bikinis. We're going to do a bikini line called Banshee Bikinis, but we don't have the demographic here. I'm sure that most of you guys wouldn't buy any of our bikinis. All right, people. Again, I'm going to be signing off here. I want to thank you for all your tremendous support and love and, everything in between. And check out, if you would, facebook.com/Banshee Moon Girl. That's her Facebook page. Check that out. Check out the latest fundraiser that we're talking about, Service Dogs of Distinction. And all right, I've talked enough. Be well, and we'll see you at 3 o'clock.
Bye.